just has it on Facebook. That's the way, George.
That's the way to start a program.
Absolutely. You are listening to the Chips and Salsa Show in the Saturday edition. That was Ruben Obed, our amigo and salsa friend, and you know him also from the Selecting Candidates of Trump, the national the Trump anthem. Maybe you are at the rally here in Phoenix with Trump. Maybe you're watching him on TV or on your computer or even on our Facebook site. But if you're not, we're still here. We're going to take this show, and we're going to watch Trump later, and we're going to give you a good show, right, George? So I'm Alice Lara here with Jorge Ortiz.
Jorge El Alacran on our show, Saturday edition of the Chips and Salsa Show.
And we're here every Saturday at 4 p.m. here at Central City Radio, KFM. Salsa Sonia. Secret Sonia is here, and she's Facebook live broadcasting us. Secret Sonia.
End of an era. On January the 20th, 2017, people. Change is coming.
Oh, let's hope for that.
We're making America great again.
And we also have here, taking care of us at the helm, is the wonderful Mr. Julian Allison.
Hola.
Hey, you know what? I want to give a quick shout out to Julian. I've not seen him since our family reunion in 2007. He did a fantastic job. We had so much fun. I had so much fun. I had a lot of fun.
I saw the dancing and I didn't feel so bad about my rhythm.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you commenting about our rhythm?
I had great rhythm.
Anyway, we had a great time.
I forgot I have a mic.
Oh, yeah, Mike, that's right. Your voice is
I
good.
forgot I have a mic.
You don't even need a mic.
I really don't, do I?
Yeah. You did a great job, and if you do need Julian, you know, he does a good job if you need a DJ for any kind of an event. He does a great job.
I do a little bit of everything. And at some point, I'm going to have to do a little less of everything. But right now, yeah. Primarily if you want a show on the air here, definitely that's what we're building here and give you a great platform. Even though we have primarily conservative talk, we're open to everybody because we believe in free speech. We believe in that Constitution. Plus, I believe in capitalism as well.
You're right. Yeah, that's right.
Hallelujah.
That's right. Conversation is the spice of life. But you can go to his website, centralcityradio.com, or go on Facebook too, and contact Julian, and he can set you up, or come in and watch our show if you like, and we can show you what it's all about.
And we'll set you up.
And we'll set you up. You know, and on that note too, George, we should say we are always looking for sponsors as well.
Yes, sir.
It's very affordable. You can email us. You can email me, Alice at chipsandsalsashow.com, or George. That's George, George, at chipsandsalsashow.com. So we have a good show. I know we're competing against the Trump rally, but that's okay. If you're hanging with us, you know that we have plenty of stuff to talk about. The big story, of course, right now, everybody's talking about, you can't escape it, is the fact that the FBI reopened files. And we talked a little bit about that last night, George, on our Friday night edition of the show. And we had a great guest, Jeff Prather. Jeff Prather is a Fast and Furious whistleblower. And we're going to put
He was great, too.
He was great. Now, unfortunately, because he was on the phone, if you go to our Facebook live broadcast, you couldn't hear him. But when they put the podcast up,
Right, we hear it on podcast.
he did a really good job. He does not believe that this is a ploy. Some people are thinking that it's a ploy. He thinks that Comey's trying to cover his tracks. It was a very, very good interview. We'll have him back on.
Yeah, I think him coming out with it now, he's taking a gamble because it's so close to the election, and it would have to be something there for Comey to risk everything by coming out and actually exposing this the way he did, sending the letter to Congress that he was reopening the investigation pertaining to these emails that were just found. I think that there is something there. Now, whether it comes out or not, because the last I heard is they're saying that they really don't have stuff on Hillary herself, but I don't know if that's the news that's saying that, or if that's actually Comey's answer to the Hillary campaign. But it's coming out in different directions now, but I have a feeling that there's something there, and it may take a while for it to really come out.
And you know what, George, what do you think about, and we just have a minute longer, let's talk about this in the next segment. That a lot of people are saying, this is just a distraction because there's so much coming up on wickedness. Now, if you go to our Facebook site, Chips, Lara, and Salsa Show, we're trying to keep you informed about everything. So let's talk about that next segment, maybe.
Yeah.
What do you think? Okay. And we will be back here on the Chips and Salsa Show.
And watch us on Facebook. We're on Facebook. We're live on Facebook right now. You can catch us on Facebook and our individual sites also.
Right, and I'm Lara here with Jorge Ortiz. Don't go away because we'll be right back with the next segment of the Chips and Salsa Show here on Central City Radio.
Amen. Say amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
So that when that goes off, it goes off there? No?
No, it'll stay on.
So we're gonna come in with what song are we gonna come in with now?
Do a wonderful
You're right.
Bella or Belsley?
Bella.
Bella.
Bellwood.
Belsley, I like Belsley.
I think that's what
She's
they
a
do.
good dog.
Yeah, I forgot. Is it a girl or boy?
Little girl.
I forgot she was even here.
No, you know, 'cause she's so
So
she's
quiet,
really mellow.
just chilling. I'm like, I forgot.
Okay, 3 people.
Bella.
Hi. What's up, Bella? You're a good dog. I didn't know you was even here.
So George, you want to come back with the one truth and bring it in? And
Yeah, you're gonna have, it's gonna be Inferno?
You want to come in with Inferno?
Yeah.
All right, let me get that loaded. I have it. Need to load it. Hurry.
George, I brought this to you when we start talking about numbers. This is when we had the primary, George, and it's interesting to me because Donald Trump, of course, has the top ones. Trump and Cruz were the top ones. 117,000 and 286,000 votes. And then when you go to the Democrats, for Hillary had 262,000 and Bernie had 192,000. So it's it's about just a few more votes than the Democrats, but you have to
Oh.
understand what you have planned for candidates.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think so far the next one's the 12th.
Of November.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to see if I can. What his schedule is like.
If nothing else, I'll come. Oh, 10 seconds, y'all. 15 to 10 seconds. Yeah, if nothing else, I'll come running.
So,
Gotta get you
I'm gonna
home.
bring it in and then you'll do the song.
I was going to start with the song right now.
You gonna do the song?
Yep. There we go. Stand by. All right, mics are up.
Welcome back to the Chips and Salsa Show. That was Inferno by One Truth, our sponsor of this segment and of our show. They're a progressive rock group from Virginia, and they're on iTunes. You go to One Truth and under J.C. Gonzalez, who's the lead singer, and check out their songs. They have many other songs, and they're rapidly growing. And we've had them on our show for quite a long time, and we've been introducing their songs. And Inferno is one of their lead songs, so check it out. We all love their songs.
I never get tired of
I
their
know.
songs. It's so
I think
good.
you'll like it too. So check them out on iTunes, on One Truth, and also go to Facebook, One Truth, under J.C. Gonzalez, and you read their bio and what they're doing, concerts that they're doing. So, Ellis, what say you about the trending stuff here?
Well, you know what, too? I have your computer here, the laptop, and so we can see the Trump rallies here in Phoenix. Oh, by the way, you know what I forgot to say was on the show with us today? Bella.
Oh, Bella.
She is the canine conservative, our Bella the Barker.
We'll teach her how to
Yeah.
talk.
She is conservative. You know what? She's really mellow. She's very smart, and she pays attention. So I think she's a big canine conservative, don't you?
Yeah, and she only lets the good guests come in.
That's right. She's our doctor.
She's a god doctor.
Yeah. So if you want to check us out on Facebook, you can see her. Maybe some, no, she's going to be 10 years older in January. But getting back to a little bit of politics, before we left the break, we started talking about the fact that a lot of people are saying, perhaps, and feel free to weigh into on this, Julie, if you want, that WikiLeaks is being ignored because they're having all this stuff with Comey. Well, I think there's plenty of room for all of it. Let's pay attention to Comey or whatever the FBI does. There's so much stuff
But
on WikiLeaks.
I was reading on the latest one
WikiLeaks?
on WikiLeaks, and it talks about how Bill Clinton, well, Chelsea Clinton asked the guy who was part of the law organization that handles it, she asked him to look into, I think she thought that some of the people were getting paid more than they were supposed to or something, so she asked him to look into it. And what he reveals in there is all the stuff that we're doing, and he emailed to Podesta, and that's the response. And
Let's call him Podesta. I kind of like from his
Pinata or
Podesta.
something.
Podesta.
That's
But they through those emails they reveal how much money is going into the Clinton campaign, or Clinton himself.
So Chelsea was sniffing there. She got a little bit too curious.
Too curious. She did it innocently, and it's led to the WikiLeaks coming out with another email that it's true. They can't deny it, and it's just inner memo from guys that are involved in it, and saying, you know, we need to move money this way, move money that way, and the money wasn't going to the foundation; it was going to the charities. And that's why that is more damaging than these emails with Hillary Clinton. It's just that
Well, as
it's
far
two
as we
things at
know.
the same time. And he said, Assange said that he's going to reveal something this coming week
That's right. We're in for another October surprise.
that should get Hillary arrested. That's what he said. And he was straightforward. He was in the interview.
One thing too, George, I don't believe anything that WikiLeaks has revealed, and correct me if I'm wrong, has ever been untrue.
They haven't denied anything.
No.
They haven't denied anything.
Yeah, so I think we still need to pay attention to WikiLeaks. We need to stay informed. Now, if you listen to this show, and maybe you're not on the same political side that we are, through here, we are not going to vote for Hillary. There is no way.
No way.
But like when I was on that panel, I tell people, okay, you don't have to believe me. Do your own research. Go out there and see what you find. Talk to people.
Watch Hillary's America. That's all I got to say. Go with an open mind
Right.
and
right.
watch Hillary's America. Now they have it on DVD and everything, so go watch it with an open mind. And if you come out and you still want to vote for Hillary, hey, by all means, go for Hillary. But it would open your eyes. It would open your eyes on the truth of the Hillary, the Clintons, and the Democratic whole organization.
The secret history of the Democratic Party.
Martin Luther King was a Republican. Thomas
when you say that to
Jefferson.
someone, they say, oh, no, he wasn't.
Thomas Jefferson was a Republican. I mean, look at
Well,
it.
that was not quite correct, because the start of the Republican Party was Abraham Lincoln. But
Right.
Thomas Jefferson, I forget what they call it.
Well, no, not Thomas Jefferson, I meant Abraham
Okay,
Lincoln.
yeah, you said Thomas
I was
Jefferson.
gonna say, because
No, no.
didn't Thomas Jefferson have slaves?
No, I take that back. It
What?
wasn't Thomas, I'm talking about
Abraham.
Abraham Lincoln. And people don't know it.
Have you seen
Abraham
it,
Lincoln-
Julian? Have you seen Hillary America yet?
Man, no.
Oh.
I haven't seen it yet. I got the book up here. I don't have time for a book, but yeah, I need to see that. And is that on DVD yet?
Yes.
I got it. It's in a book also, and then we made it into a movie.
Yeah, it was a book first, I believe,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
it turned into a movie.
Then the movie, now the
Yep.
DVD.
Well, that even, the book even has more details. The movie was so well done. We're going to show it for November 27, but something happened and we couldn't show it that night. But I wish every American could see that.
With an
movie.
open mind. We're not saying go in there and, you know, we want to change you to a Republican or nothing. Go in there with an open mind and see the movie and judge for yourself. Because everybody's got a brain. And I think everybody's smart enough to,
And here's what they did so well too that I love. And you go see the movie, Joan, I think you can respect that. They went to a museum to look at history, and they talked to, I forget what you call it, the curator or somebody, the historical expert there at the museum. And she happens to be an African American. And she will tell you, she tells you what it is. And it's just, it's so worth seeing. You can get it through DVD. But another, you know who else I want to talk about too? Do you follow George on Facebook? Dennis Michael Lynch?
no,
You know who that is?
no,
Have you seen the movie They Come to America?
no, I haven't.
George, you haven't. Okay, well, this is another. Dennis Michael Lynch was a liberal journalist, movie maker, a little filmmaker. And years ago, he wondered, well, what's all this they keep talking about immigration and its a problem? So he, on his own, like you say, go seek the truth, right? He went to the border, he started talking to homeless people, and the first movie that he made, They Come to America, is all about it. And it was so revealed to him all the negative and horrible problems that come with illegal immigration. And that totally turned him around. Well, this guy, oh my gosh, you have to go to his Facebook site. I think he's got about over 800,000 followers. And now what he does every day, he does this, you know, how we do Facebook Live broadcast. So he gets on there and he does his own. And it's usually like 5 or 6 minutes. And when he does, he has so many followers. He's on there, he's usually jogging or walking around. So okay, I'm gonna wait till we get to about 4,000 followers. It doesn't take but a minute when we go up to 4,000. And then he starts giving you the message of the day. Like the other one that he had that was so good, and we may have talked about this last week, so I'm trying to repeat myself to him. What he said was, you women who are not gonna vote for Hillary, who are gonna vote for Hillary, excuse me, think about this. Your daughters, your mothers, your sisters will be less safe because she wants open borders. So she's okay with the bad elements of illegal immigration coming in. It's not going to be a safer country.
You know, that's true. But the Clintons, all they are, they've just created a hedge fund for themselves. Everything, all the money, all these contacts that they have, is money coming in. They've enriched themselves.
And what have they done? They've made themselves millionaires from a total public life. Okay, I think he was a governor. She may have had a private job as an attorney, didn't she?
She did.
I think.
She did.
But I mean, that's about it. Everything else, all the money has come.
There was a
from
Roosevelt
government.
law firm. But she was on the Watergate committee, and they fired her for her was ethical.
Yeah, for ethical, you're right, for being unethical or something.
And when she was in a law firm, she defended a rapist, a young, I think it was
We laughed about it.
Yeah, she laughed about it.
Video and everything.
and it's all a history, you know. And as she went, she, you know, of course, she married Bill Clinton, and she defended his, not defended, but she put up with his little.
Well, and
It
you,
was a defended. It was what Rush Limbaugh called the Bimbo eruption.
Yeah.
She ran that to intimidate
She was
those
trying to
women who were.
ruin them.
Yeah, she was trying to ruin them. She headed that thing.
and you
100%.
guys all remember that she's, what did she say? oh, this vast right-wing conspiracy.
Correct. It was all blamed on the right wing.
And they paid off one lady, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of dollars. It was Broadway. So she dropped her case. And she actually,
Was it Paula Jones that got $700,000 or $800,000?
maybe it was, maybe it was Paula Jones. They paid her off. She actually threatened some of the women. They come out and they say that she was very, very threatening. And she was the kind that you don't mess with me. Yeah, because she had her little mafia going.
Well, remember too, that, remember too, and I've lost my train of thought because I'm getting old, let's face it. But if you go back and you've been following that couple as long as we have, it's all about some political expediency. Where's the tenderness in their relationship? I always felt sorry from the very beginning for Chelsea, because can you imagine what it was to grow up in a child with a mother?
You know, Vince Foster, her own lawyer, Shaw's, committed suicide,
They
as they say, and there's conspiracy theories about that. The bedroom, the Lincoln bedroom, was sold out while he was in the they were in the White House. The dishes disappeared when they left the White House. They took all the dishes with them and were playing. Benghazi. I mean, and there's scandal after scandal after scandal. Bill Clinton, I watched the tape when he was being interviewed. We'll have to talk about this in the next segment.
All right, we'll be right back with more of the Chips and Salsa Show here on Central City Radio. Can't help them.
Okay, you gonna bring it in? What song we're gonna use?
Chips,
Yeah,
real
no,
estate
bring the
offices,
Latinos
whatever your business.
The other Latino song I'm bringing? All right.
Increase your sales and bring you more
Yeah, I was already saying something.
I gave you an extra minute because of Bella. I was sitting there doing this. I looked up, it's already 22.
Bella, smart dog.
Yeah, give us more time.
Little Trinity. That's your liver.
So if I stop watching, it gives me a minute for me to start working.
Yeah, too bad mine might like your sheep Williams dog.
Really?
She would have been like in heaven
I
right
got
now.
a nice clock.
I keep saying I gotta bring one of my dogs
Yeah.
for Bella.
Oh, it's the Bella Casting Company?
Yeah, small dog, but
Bright red.
What kind of dog you got?
Chihuahua.
Huh?
I got 4 of them, but that one, he's a mellow dog sometimes.
Say what?
He's mellow. He
Oh,
just
really?
kick back.
What I'm talking about.
Does it have the seconds also?
It doesn't have a second, right?
No, that thing is bright. You don't need that big clock in here.
So
It blinded me when I first turned it on.
when we come back, George, we'll do the Latinos for Trump. And let's talk about the Arizona
Lifetime that a person obtains a high school diploma is true. According to the 2012 U.S. Census Bureau, college grads with a
The
bachelor's
fact
degree
that you
make
almost could have been there, and we can talk about how if you see on
now
stage,
going
there's
back
a lot
to
of
school
people
is
there, we can
easier
talk
than
about
ever
learning.
at Independence
I just want to
University.
finish
Log on and
the
complete
frame of thought.
coursework with work or the
We're
beach
talking about
or in your
business.
couch watching the kids. And Independence University gives you the tools, a free tablet and laptop for undergraduate students to use and keep when they graduate. That's right, get a laptop so you can go to college from anywhere. Take the first step to a new career in business, information technology, healthcare, or graphic arts. Call to find the online degree program that's right for you. You could be on your way to increasing your earning potential.
And you can tell, if you look at her refrigerator, body, it's got some weight on it. It's got some outfits.
40 seconds. 40 seconds. The Latino for Trump one, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna turn your mics up. Well, I'll let you know when I turn the mic up. Turn mine down.
I like this one.
You like that one?
How is it coming out for you?
Yeah, so very good. Very good. All right, stand by 10 seconds. Stand by.
Let's get it straight. Who am I gonna vote for?
Thank you, Julian.
Welcome back to the Chips and Salsa. Latinos gonna vote for Trump, and they're gonna come out in droves. People understand that it's a revolt.
Latinos are revolting too.
Well, it's Latino. It's Asians. We had a gentleman last night on our Friday show. What was his name?
Andy John, Z-H-A-N-G. You can pronounce his own.
And he's running for.
Roosevelt School Board District.
And he's a proud Asian, and he's a Republican, and he's voting for Trump. And he was flying a banner. In fact, today, over the site where they downtown Phoenix, where they had the rally, he was flying the banner that said Asians
It said Arizona Chinese Americans.
for Trump. And what happened is he flew it over the fair about a few weeks ago, and it caught on with other Asian groups in different cities. And California, one guy raised $10,000 and started flying. His group started flying the plane over Los Angeles, and in different other states, they've started groups. And like he was saying, Chinese don't really come out politically and endorse people. I mean, they're really quiet about it. They vote, the way they want to vote, but it's come out that they really, really are starting this movement for Trump. And today we saw it with the plane flying over central Phoenix, and that was fantastic.
Yeah, that banner, they had done it before, and it's really cool. It's an old-fashioned idea,
Yep.
but you know what? People are paying attention to it.
And they had $1,000-something, and so they put it together. Instead of donating, because they thought first just donate it to the campaign, but they said, what, we could do something better. And so they formed a group, and they started flying the banner and doing other things for Trump. The group, the Chinese American group, and it's an indication of the small little things that you're seeing out there. Latinos for Trump. I'm seeing a lot of little groups coming out. I was watching earlier on TV. It was on the internet. They had a march on Washington, and it was a Trump march on Washington. They were marching down the streets there towards the White House, and they were yelling, "Lock her up, lock her up." And it was nice to see, because it was a big group, and they had the red hats, the Trump hats, and the T-shirts and signs, and they were just marching in the streets, and we own the streets.
Hey, George, now what was the demographics in that crowd?
Oh, it was, they had a black pastor, and then they had Hispanics. The guy who was filming was Hispanic, and they had a lot of regular people. It's just like every race and creed were there, and I was amazed to see it. It looked good. It was good. And I said, well, why don't we just start a big movement and march up to Washington, D.C., all over the United States, and make it millions, So it can be done. We still have until next Friday.
You've heard too, somebody was telling me, so on election day, I'm told to wear red.
Red?
Vote for Trump. Wear red, and that's kind of an indication of who you voted for. So
okay.
hopefully I remember to do that. Reminded you.
Yeah.
Reminded me.
Yeah, I might just do that.
There's a lot of, when I was on that panel with the PBS, and people just don't believe it, that they're actually Latinos who vote for Trump. I said, well, go to Facebook, and you will find all these different groups. Hispanics for Trump, Latinos. What's that one that you told me about, Christian Latinos for Trump?
Yeah, Catholic for Trump. Catholic for Trump. The movement is fantastic. It is coming out from different different places, different states. There's a silent majority, and the news media isn't picking up. The news media is telling you what they want to see. I was watching Donald Trump's speech today in Colorado, and I was watching Fox, which I normally watch, and I was switching it to CNN. CNN was doing the same broadcast, but on the side, on the top, they were putting the electoral votes, and they were showing Clinton way ahead on the electoral votes, and they had that.
Oh,
just
they
as a
show the
backdrop.
map and they have these states are in question.
Well, no, they just had a little
Just-
graph, and they had Trump talking, but they had a little graph, so they kind of subliminally,
I see. So, okay,
Whereas
this
Fox-
guy's talking, but we're gonna show you what's going on.
Whereas Fox wasn't, that was just televising the speech, and just, what he was saying. But, they try to tell, they have a narrative, and the narrative is make the people think that Hillary has a chance, and that she has a big chance, and that there's no chance that Trump's gonna take it in the long run. But they're wrong. They don't understand that this is gonna be a landslide.
Don't-
I see it, and his rallies are fantastic. I mean, they're sellouts.
Well, today, the one, if you go on Facebook and look at it, my goodness, when you have all those people behind
Yeah.
him, it was a full, and George was supposed to get the VIP seats.
I actually, I had a ticket to go, so I had the ticket printed out, so I could have gone. And I wanted to do the show also, so I was torn between the two, so I decided
You've
to come
seen him
do.
a couple of times.
Oh, yeah, I've been to a
I've seen
couple of
him once.
rallies, and I volunteered as a VIP, and as a helper, as a volunteer in both events, and they were great. But it wasn't until, right before the show, when I went into my email, I saw that our chairman, who was emceeing, Chairman Brown, who's emceeing the program, actually has sent us, the board members, an invitation, a VIP invitation. So I would have been, said, be right there. I would have been right behind Trump. And, I gave up a good thing, but here I am on the Chips and Salsa show. But I think
You're supposed to be here,
I'm
George.
supposed to be here.
Yeah, there's a reason you're here.
I have a message for that. And we're going to be right back with the Chips and Salsa show for another segment. We're going to come in with,
Hi, Bella.
what are we going to come in with?
You wanna do One Truth again?
How's Bella?
And if you want, I can talk about it.
Yeah, you can talk about it, and then, I don't know if I don't want to play the beginning of Inferno. Can we go to like where we left off, or a little further into the Inferno?
Actually, you should talk up the intro, because it has long enough intro time, so as soon as it starts, you hit it.
The intro.
Of the song, it just has music. Just be a DJ. Hey, this is Georgie George.
That's what you should do.
Yeah.
Oh, Bella.
What's the name of the song?
Travel dates
It's
or
Inferno.
read reviews. See
Yeah, it has like I think it's like a 20-second intro at least. So you at least have a good 20 seconds. So as soon as it starts,
You can hit the road happy.
welcome back to
Know
the
your dog will
Salsa.
be
This
treated like
is
family.
George, and we have right now our sponsor. Here's the song. This is Inferno by One True. Get their CD now on iTunes and Google Play and blah 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 blah.
Right now,
You wanna try it?
your dog's first night free. That's a
Just
$100
point to me
value.
when we're ready.
So join hundreds of thousands of dog lovers who rely on Rover. It's fast, it's easy, and your first night is free. Go to
you had that other paper you wanted to
comeonover.rover.com.
talk
That's
about?
comeonover.rover.com.
I wanted to,
Got an old
we
car?
can talk about
You can
Arizona
donate,
once.
whether it's running or not, to the United Breast Cancer Foundation and save a life. They'll even come and pick it up for free. The United Breast Cancer Foundation has saved hundreds of women's lives through their free or low-cost breast screen exams. But now they need your help. The United Breast Cancer Foundation wants to save more lives through early detection by offering women free or low-cost breast screening exams. And donating your old car, SUV, or truck, whether it's running or not, helps pay for them. Plus, you get a charitable tax deduction. Help the United Breast Cancer Foundation save lives by donating your old car, SUV, or truck. Call down for a free pickup. 800-245-1375.
No, there's butterflies somewhere.
800-245-1375.
Trying to get 'em on.
800-245-1375. Call right now. That number again is
You did it by segments. So I've got to go back to my site
And then
and
share
share
it.
it.
Yeah. I was gonna tell you that.
All right, 1 minute.
The only reason I did it
Twice
is
as
because
much
of the
over a
phone thing.
lifetime
That's
as
cool.
courses
He's
in
got it.
high school.
I fixed
It's
that.
true. According to the 2012 U.S. Census
Comes
Bureau,
out.
college grads with a bachelor's degree
I have
make
two
almost
ideas.
twice as much as high school grads.
Facebook
Now,
from
going
the
back
other
to school
side.
is easier than ever at
The live
Independence
broadcast.
University. Log on and complete coursework from the park, or the beach, or even your couch watching the kids. And Independence University gives you
That window's kind of
a
fuzzy.
free tablet
But I
and
could take
laptop
just
for
the phone
undergrad
conversation
students to
and
use
come back.
and keep when they graduate.
I
That's
wonder if you
right,
could
get a
use the
laptop so you
window
can go to
from the
college
other
from
side.
anywhere. Take the first step to a new career in business, information
Yeah,
because the
technology,
one on the board
healthcare,
upstairs-
or
That's what I'm talking
graphic
about.
That's
arts.
The
what
one-
I'm calling
To
it.
find
All right.
an online degree program that's right for you.
10 seconds,
You
stand
could
by,
be
one truth
increasing
coming
your
up.
brain potential.
888-904-1986. 888-904-1986. That's 888-904-1986.
This is the Chips and Salsa Show, and this is our wonderful sponsor, One Truth. If you've never heard them before, you really want to listen. This song is Inferno. It's Alice, Lara, and Jorge. Go ahead and give a listen.
Perfect, Alice. Perfect. All right, I'm about to bring it back in about 10 seconds or so. All right. Stand by.
We just have great, great music. This is Alice Lara, and I'm here with Jorge Ortiz Lacran.
Hello, Con.
That was Inferno. They are our sponsor. I think they're a sponsor for me. How exciting is that? We're very thankful for that. Very much for Thanksgiving. George, when are they going to come out here and visit with us?
We're working on it. We're trying to get them to come out here, at least JC, and do an interview, and maybe even sing acapella.
Acapella? Yeah, without the instruments. The
He
intro.
does that good. He did the Prince that way. He did the Prince tribute.
Wow.
Acapella.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, here's the fantasy. So, you know, oh, we should mention, you know what November 1st is also? Central City Radio, we have been 2 years. Check it out. This is our second year anniversary. 2 years.
Wow. That's amazing. That is 2 years, isn't it?
It
On
is.
November 1st.
You know how I knew? Because my Facebook thing came up and it was like November 1st.
And it did. They know, I think it came up mine too, now I'm thinking about it.
He's going to take us to dinner.
Yeah, I should. But you know what? We are debuting another new show on November 1st.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
And that's one thing I was going to talk to you off the air. I know so many things I haven't seen y'all.
Give it a promo.
But yeah, Arizona Power Politics.
okay.
Yeah, it's with Brian Martin and Eric Johnson. Eric Johnson is a friend of Ted Hayes.
Really?
Yes.
Cool.
So they know each other. Now we're connected with Brian Martin. Arizona Power Politics is coming together, and November 1st on Tuesday, they'll be debuting their show every Tuesday at 6 p.m.
Oh, we're going to have to tune into that. That sounds like a really good show.
Yeah, they're all set and ready to
You know
go.
what? They're local, obviously.
Yeah, they're local, so they'll be here.
Maybe they can come and sit in with us for a little bit on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, I'll send out invitations, see if they want to do that. They came to visit. They checked out the studios, and everything checks out great for them, so they're ready to roll.
That's fantastic. Arizona Power Politics.
Do they have
Yes.
Facebook or YouTube?
Yes, and I don't have it right offhand, but it is. I did update their information on the website, so you can go to centralcityradio.com and then go to stations, and you'll see. No, not stations. Podcasts. Go to the podcast page, and you'll see their page.
And you know, speaking of that too, I don't know if you've been able to get up to date on the podcast, but if you happen to miss the show, and many of you will because you're probably out there looking for it, but Julian uploads it, so you can go in there and you can check out any of our shows.
As a matter of fact, why don't we just put out a summons or whatever for an intern to come and edit these podcasts?
Yeah. Well, you know, it is getting time, as I was telling you before, it's coming upon spring. We're close to ASU here, so we could use a couple of interns, one for Julie, one for Asha, to get credit. They will learn so much. Secret Sonia, man, this woman knows so much now.
I
They
know,
learn a
she's
lot.
running cameras, she's running the boards. Next thing she needs to do is get on the air, so we have an open mic.
She doesn't want to tell us any secrets. But you know who else doesn't want to say any secrets? So sure, I want to get back to her. Hey, before we do that though, we're on politics, and I don't want to forget to mention that Central Republican Women in Phoenix, next Thursday, it's already time for our monthly meeting. George is a member. We're going to have to get you out there one of these days, Julian.
Monthly, yeah.
It's on a Thursday evening, and we are going to have Lorraine Pellegrino. She is the AZFRW president of Arizona Federation of Republican Women. They are like the umbrella over all of the different women's clubs throughout Arizona. And then nationally, there's a National Federation of Republican Women. So Lorraine's going to come talk to us, but you know who else is going to be there? Our member, who is Maricopa recorder Helen Purcell.
Oh, okay.
So we're having her up in the podium. We hope she can make it. She's really going to try for a few minutes to talk about voter issues and voter questions. And George, you're going to be volunteering for that, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing work for the county recorder's office, which is a nonpartisan. So I'm gonna be going in there.
Are you
even
going
though-
as a Republican or?
Well, I'm Republican, but I'm gonna go in as a worker for the county recorder's office.
Are they going to pay you?
Yeah, that's why I say worker instead of volunteer, because I'm not volunteering, I'm working, and I'm what they call a troubleshooter. I go and I solve any problems at 8 of the polling places. Right now it's 8, it may be more, maybe less. They'll let me know this Saturday before the election. That's when I'm getting there marching on.
So like what kind of problems would you be having to deal with?
Anything having to do with the elections. If I go in and the e-poll machine isn't working, I'm supposed to
What's
solve
an
the
e-poll
problem.
machine?
E-poll machine is the computer they use to ID people as they come in. You give them your information, you show them your license, they run it on what they call the e-poll, which is a computer, a laptop, and it's directly tied into the recorder's office. That all of them are all tied in together through Wi-Fi, and if there's a problem, I'm schooled in solving the problem. There's either there's 2 or 3 e-poll machines at every polling place now. I think they've increased it to more, so I think it's only 3. And if any problem occurs, I have special zip drives or
You're kind of an
flash
important
drives
dude there.
And then if a problem occurs with the machine where the ballots go in, I should be able to solve that. Or I have an extra one where I can swap it out if I have to. Also, I have supplies for them if they run out of ink pens or tape or whatever.
You are the go-to guy, aren't you?
I'm over the inspector. The inspector is over the polling place. He runs the polling place, or she. And then I help the inspector solve any problems that may occur.
So you said that
And I'm
can
in
be-
constant communication with the county recorder's office. I carry a phone that for 17 hours they have me on my phone.
Almost like a walkie-talkie.
It's like a walkie-talkie, and it directly goes. I have a code and everything that I use. It actually goes everywhere. If I see any problem that occurs, I report it. And I solve it. If there's a long line, I try to, solve that problem too.
But you're going to be going to different precincts or just stationed at one precinct?
No, I go to 8 different
So you're
precincts.
just kind of going to,
All
throughout the
day
day,
long.
go to the different ones, or some precinct calls you can go to?
If they call me, then I stop what I'm doing. I go to the other one. But
Right.
no, but I go in order, and I just keep doing that all day long, unless one calls me where I have to just stop and go and solve that problem. The problem we had last time was they changed the color of the paper, the poll watchers, for the Republican Party, and I had to go and solve that problem because the poll watchers could ask for a tear sheet, which is a result, and they were asking for a tear sheet, but they didn't have the right color credential. So I went, and then we solved it because it was a valid credential, but it had to be cleared through the county recorder's office and through the Republican Party. And the Democrats did the same thing. They had it on color. They changed it, and we cleared that up too. But those are kind of problems that come out of that, and other little problems that might come up. And this one, since it's a general election, you're gonna have problems with the quantity of people coming in. It's gonna be a large.
That's what I was gonna ask you, what do they anticipate? I know they're gonna
It's
have
gonna be a lot of
more precincts open than usual, more polling places, I should say.
See, and there's a tape that I have to change, that records all the information, all the ballots going in. We never changed that in the primary because there wasn't that many people. In the general, they expect that tape to run out, so I have to help them change that. There's a lot of things that are gonna happen, that didn't happen for the primary. So we're really looking forward to it, and it should go flawlessly. Helen Purcell's done a great job. The whole county recorder's office has done a great job to prepare all these polling places and precincts for what's coming. They know it's gonna be long crowds. It's not like the preferential primary where wasn't anticipated, the lines.
They had no way to anticipate
And,
this prediction.
and they've overcome that now, and they're really trying hard. One change that you'll see is in front of the e-poll machines. When you walk in, there'll be a sign that says, if this is not your polling place, and you vote preferential, that vote won't count.
Provisional?
Provisional.
You said preferential. Trying to keep you straight here, bud.
Provisional, it won't count. If you're in the wrong,
Because you're in the wrong precinct. You
Precinct.
shouldn't be voting, you have to go
and they'll
change
tell
the
you,
proper one.
note tells you, and the board worker will tell you, you need to go to your right precinct for your vote to count, because you're voting preferential.
Provisional.
Provisional.
So if you're a person that votes early ballot, here's what I would like to see, and I want to ask Helen about this. It would be very cool to me, I don't get early ballot, I vote in the general, but if I could take my ballot, it's an early ballot, and just give it to the person right there and put it in the machine at that point, because really, what you do is you turn it in at the poll place, right?
Yeah, you have to put it in an envelope now, and even if you're precinct, put it in an envelope, and put it in the early box. I think tomorrow is the deadline, or today or tomorrow, I think it says 28th, but,
It's either 29th or maybe.
make sure you sign the outside of the envelope, it's very important. Vote your party, put the,
Vote whoever you want to.
yes, Trump.
Vote Trump.
No, but, actually, put your ballot in the envelope and make sure you sign the outside of the envelope. The envelope does not count, the vote does not count, and they won't count it if it's not signed. So make sure that's
And
very
they can't go
important.
back afterwards and say, hey, come back and sign it, it just won't count, right? And that's what I think Helen said at one time when she spoke to her. That's the biggest mistake, people forget to sign
So
the ballot.
mail in your early ballot.
It's gonna be, you're gonna have a wild time. Now, George, I'll tell you, last time I think we were at Obama was running, and somebody came out, we had a booth outside, and they said that the ballot was already pretty much, but they never had, if something weird like that happened, I'd say, get your phone out and, make a picture of it.
Yeah.
Make a photograph with your camera. You can do that easily.
You mean the early ballot?
No, they said they went to vote at the polling place and they claimed that it was already marked.
No. They're,
I'm like, how could that happen?
no.
Why would you turn it in? I wouldn't turn the ballot in.
No, what it is they're looking at the top where it shows a sample.
Oh, you think that's what they did?
And they were looking at the top part,
Ah.
but it didn't say.
Well, I'm so glad we're here so you can figure that out. But stay, because we still have another segment here on the Chips and Salsa Show. Lara, Jorge Ortiz, Sonny's on Facebook, joins at the controls. We'll be right back. It's Center City Radio.
Amen.
Hello, sweetheart. How you doing?
How you doing? How's it going, man? I haven't seen you forever.
Yeah, look here. I've been taking care of mama, taking care of myself.
Good.
Every
You
month,
losing some weight?
I lost a lot of weight. I'm down to 215 now. Like, I'm losing weight, but I can't get rid of the gut.
I know.
What you been doing, running?
No, I don't eat like this. I eat a lot of salads.
That in itself, you lose a good 10, 20
I
pounds
drink a
from
lot of
nice
coffee.
crap.
I drink a lot
Yeah.
of water. I take a lot of vitamins and testosterone pills, and when I get out there and walk,
I'm
and
glad I don't need to take those.
I don't have to take them either, but I take them because I take a lot of medication that drains me. The doctor said that at my age, he said, you don't start doing something. All that medicine you take, and you've been taking one medicine, one of my medications I've been taking since 1975.
1975, that was the year I was born.
No, you gotta
Huh? Stop lying, you older than that.
I was born in 1970 and 5.
This is from the time.
What month?
September 5th. Mercy Hospital, Des Moines, Iowa. 1975.
Can you provide a birth certificate?
Yep.
You sure?
Call.
You're not,
Call.
You're not like Obama, you know.
You can't find my birth certificate. I got one from Bahrain, or where?
So we can talk about it in there.
Did that dude ever call you again?
No, I was trying to follow up with him. That's why I had text you. I was like, man, I don't know. He followed up. I'm like,
Well, you know what, the way I'm gonna tell him, I'm gonna call him. And I talked with Julian. He'll let you have your program, $35, $40.
yeah. I'm like,
I think the $50 thing shocked him. But like I said, you ain't gonna get no hour. I mean, I paid $50.
1 minute. Yeah.
You want to talk,
Tell
remember you're live on Facebook, so I don't know if you want to talk about this.
Oh no, we're good.
It's all good advertising.
Just tell him to work with him. Just tell him to call me. Scared? Scared?
I didn't know what you're talking about.
I know it is.
You looking real nice,
confidential. It's all good.
You look real nice today.
Ain't worried about
Your
it.
husband must be taking real good care of you.
Actually, no, I don't have all my makeup on things. I've got this
Well,
eye
that's because
conditioner.
Mark
Oh, you
is
can't put
taking.
makeup on your eyes?
Yeah, it's
Hey,
like,
hey, George, that's because Mark is taking good care of you.
For your free author submission kit, your road to fame.
See, you ain't getting all the credit, sugar.
he takes good care of it.
I know. I'm gonna give my brother, you know.
All right, 10 seconds. Stand by.
219-8262. 800
You gotta make Facebook too.
8262. That's 800-219-8262.
Well, you're a good man.
I am from America. This is Alice Lara here on the Chips and Salsa Show, and also co-hosting today is Mr. George Ortiz.
A lot of fun. Don't forget to vote. Please vote. Everybody vote. It's very important.
If you have an early ballot, mail it in or take it down there.
Let's remind Rev that we are live on the air.
We got
This is a
Reverend
live
Byron Jackson,
program,
who's up
Mr.
next.
Rev.
And I brought my doggy and Bella, and he and Bella are back with our friends. That's why they're reconnecting. They haven't seen each other for a few weeks. The conservative king, Bella Barker. Yeah, so if you have an early ballot, turn it in. If you're old school like me, you go the day of your early ballot. Do you?
Yeah,
Get your,
I got it. I hadn't filled it out yet.
You
I
must
keep
fill it
forgetting I
out.
have a mic. Yeah, I'm about to
A lot of
hook it
people-
up.
A lot of people forget, and it's something that if you're not on top of it, you know, I think a certain percentage of people actually forget in the last minute, oh man, but they have a way out. If you wait till the last minute, you can take it, put it in an envelope, sign the back of the envelope, and go to any polling place, and drop it in the early ballot box. That's all you have to do. So your vote isn't wasted.
you can't
To
make
leave
it
it at
much
home,
easier.
yeah, to leave it at home and forget about it, that's a waste of ballot. You have until the last day, until Tuesday, the day of the election, November the 8th. If you forgot to mail it and you just haven't had time, you're procrastinating, just go ahead and fill out your ballot, put it in the envelope, sign it, and take it to your nearest polling place.
Because I would not trust the mail. I think I'd go
Well,
and try to take it, after
the
that date. That's kind
Yeah,
of
after the
close.
29th, or by Monday, I think everybody should just, you can still mail it, it'll still count, it's just, won't count on
And,
November the 8th.
and George, is there a way, let's say that I had early ballot and the mail, is there a way to contact the recorder's office and make sure they received it?
Yeah, there's a tracking of all, you can track it. They have a certain.
You know, I'm glad you brought this up too. Ruben Obed, he's the one that wrote the national Trump anthem. Who's looking at the local Trump? He on his Facebook page today, in fact, you can find him, it's Ruben Obed in the report. And he was suggesting, he thinks an idea is to have a receipt. So in other words, you go to vote and you get a receipt that you voted. And I thought that was interesting, or even if you mail a ballot, I mean, this could be something, you mail your ballot, the recorder receives it, and then you get in the mail, hey, guess what, or an email. We got your
Email
ballot.
probably be
Do
easier.
they do that?
They don't, but that's probably something that they could look into the future.
Let's tell Helen about that.
It's just so many, you're talking
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands of early ballots to come in. And that's an added cost that the county recording office would have to adjust. Which the people, if the people really want it, they'll pay for it. The people will authorize
Right.
it, and the county recorder would go to the Secretary of State and give him approval, and it would have to go on the ballot. And all.
Probably had to be legislation
Yeah,
and do
and then
that.
once that's done, and it's approved, it would be no problem.
Well, and you know, the element of voter fraud comes in. Our good friend Brad Zinn, remember him? He
Oh,
was
yeah.
in the, what was it called, True the Vote, True That Vote, or True
Yeah,
the Vote?
True the Vote.
And they traveled the country, and it was incredible, all the stuff that they found regarding voter fraud. So I think it's, you know, we have
It
to
is
take
out
care of
there,
it.
voter fraud is out there, Trump is right, but we have to believe in our system, we have to believe that even though mistakes and fraud happens, that we have a system that works better than any country, any society in this
It's not
world.
perfect, but it's probably still the best.
It's the best, and I would even go to say they should have ink so we can put our finger in and put our finger in.
Yeah, some
I
countries do.
voted.
Some countries
Now
do.
we have the little tags that get out, we give out the little tags, I voted. People love those things. If you don't give them, they act for it. I mean, after they put their ballot,
Where's my tag?
where's my tag?
I always lose mine.
They always want, 90% of the people want their little tag that I voted. And it means so much to them. I mean, you throw them away afterwards, but hey.
Well, we wanted to report, and we're down to our last minute, I can't believe it, but you gave me information here that so far the Democrats have sent 473,800 ballots, Independents 456,000.
This was a few days ago.
A few days ago, okay, so the Republicans 583,000, beating them. And returned through 10/26, Democrats 189, almost 190,000, Independents 139,000, and Republicans 227,649. That's been returned through October 26th, so
Yeah.
it's about 40% Democrat, 39% Republicans. We don't have any more time. Alice Lara, George Ortiz, Julian Allison, Secret Sonia. Be back with us next Saturday at 4 p.m. here on the Chips and Salsa Show.
Next Friday also, we have our show, so.
8 p.m. on KFNX, 1100 a.m. See you again next Saturday on Central City Radio, King FM. Have a great weekend.